What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip, and welcome back to another toy review. And this time, we are taking a look at CHRONICLE Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive. Now, you can see from this packaging, of course, so we have two boxes that have, of course, the armor and the body parts. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're seeing this mirrored. It does take a pretty long time to edit just so I can turn this around. And again, I'm sorry, I can basically, but I just chose to just post this as is because again, it takes so much time. My camera just automatically mirrors the image, and I cannot do anything about it. So yeah, I'm sorry if you're seeing this mirrored once again. But anyways, like I've said, we are looking at CHRONICLE Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive. So again, we have here the body, which is box number 1 and box number 2. So for this lineup, I I wanted to show you, but it's only all the parts that you get. But let's read anyway. So again, we have so 1 and 2, yes, Ryuki survive, as you can see here. The next one is Odin, and then Tiger, and then you have the alternative. So for the alternative, you can switch it between the alternative and the alternative 0. And then you have Emperor. So yes, so again, you have Ryuki survive, Odin, Tiger, a switchable parts, I guess. So alternative or alternative 0, again, depending on the parts you use. And then Kamen Rider Emperor. So that's our lineup for this Ryuki CHRONICLE. Now, to be completely honest, Ryuki Survive growing up wasn't really my favorite final form, but I did gain somewhat of an appreciation for it, and especially now that I have it in my hand like this, and I can say that it's a pretty okay power up, right? Uh, so there you go. As you can see now, you can obviously see that not much detail there or with the stickers, but no, it looks fine. So if you guys want to see more of this Kamen Rider here, so if you want to see more Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive, please do check the link in the description below. That's where you'll see the gallery and a little bit more close up on some of the details of this figure. At least in the gallery, you don't have to look at this guy mirrored. But again, for this video, I apologize, but you're gonna have to deal with it for the time being, at least. But anyways, let's look at the figure here. Now you can see he's holding, or he has a couple of accessories that I have kept on. Actually, I'm shooting this video after shooting the still images for the gallery. So you have here your drag visor Zwei, and on his right hand is actually a card, or actually it's a hand holding a card, so it's just one part. So just like the previous Kamen Rider Ryuki, CHRONICLE Ryuki, yes, they do have the same hands. Or, of course, any rider from the Ryuki lineup, they will have this kind of card-holding hand. And you have stickers for that. So you can have the front of the card, or you can choose like which side of the card is facing you. So let's say for this example, so we have the survive vent. So again, so in this position, or because of the stickers that I chose, this is the front side facing you. But again, there's also a sticker that allows you to kind of reverse the card. So yeah, so that's our card right there. Now, the rest of the articulation, let's check it out. So we have our head. Now, just the difference, I guess, between this one and the previous Ryuki that I had. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll put it down in the description as well. So this one has a much tougher neck. So it's actually quite stiff. So the head, so the antennae are actually very, very soft. So you don't have to worry about breaking them. But the neck is very, very tough. I guess that's a good thing. At least for turning around, it's kind of hard. But looking up, I hope you can see it through the armor. Looking down, yeah, and you can't tilt it, or I can, but it's like on the lower joint here. So you have two ball joints for the neck. You can kind of tilt it side to side, no problem. Again, maybe for the one that I have, the neck seems to be really, really tight. Again, compared to the previous Ryuki, the neck on that one is kind of loose. Although it doesn't really fall off, but like it's quite flimsy for me. So so there's actually also a ball joint inside the torso, which allows for movements like this. So you get your upper torso movement. So you can basically turn this around in 2 points. So you the belt kind of stops it from turning around 360, but you get actually a more natural movement because of the upper torso joint. So for the arms, we do have a shoulder armor here, but it does move quite a bit upwards. So let's move it around 360. Okay, it is possible. Now the arms are removable from the socket, and you have that elongated socket, so you can actually allow for more movement of the shoulder, particularly like pushing it forwards and backwards, which allows for a bit more dynamic poses. So with that, you have your joint here on the upper arm. So you have the elbow, of course, and with that upper arm joint, you can turn around like so. And for the hands, you can see here, they are removable ball joint. So this is one of the grip hands for the accessories. And the grip hands are made of softer plastic, kind of similar to the antenna right here, but just a bit hard so that it does hold stuff. For the legs, now because there's no leg, or there's no side skirting armor or anything like that, so it can move quite freely, although it's not a complete 90-degree split. So it's not a big issue, but again, you still have a lot of movement. So we have the legs. That's quite a good kick to the front and a little bit to the back, although it kind of angles because of the butt. That's fine. And you can clearly see the ball joint on the thighs, so you can turn it around like so. You have the knees that bend more than 90 degrees, which is great. And the feet are also all in ball joints that so you have also that inward groove for this kind of movement, and of course you can turn it around 360. Right now for the accessories, so as you can see here, so he is holding Ryuki is holding the drag visor Zwei. Now this has a bit of a gimmick, so you can open the mouth like this. So it allows for recreation of some scenes which involve, let's say, putting the card into the slot of the drag visor zwei. So you have that as well. Again, it opens and closes, although yeah, you have to do it manually. So yeah. Now for the other accessories, so of course the Sodo Chronicle Ryuki lineup has figures that have a lot of spare hands. So you got completely closed fists, a couple of open hands, so left and right, and basically at least like two hands, so the left and right actually. You have for this one, so the card holding hands. So you have one right hand, one left hand holding a card. And for the card, so you have different choices of stickers that you can put on. I just put on the final vent here, although you have other cards to choose from, or you have stickers to choose from rather, so you can recreate different cards. For Ryuki, like he has the sword vent, the copy vent, trick vent, and I believe the shoot vent as well. And you have the sticker for the Rekka or Survive Rekka card. Now, I will show you that later actually. Now, other accessories that we have here are, well, starting with this one. So this is the drag visors by sword vent mode. So yes, you have two drag visors vice in this set. Now, however, there is one issue here. If you look closely, this does not have a lower jaw compared to the normal drag visor zwei. That's because it's only one part. Now, let me show you what I mean here. So, I am going to take off the lower jaw of the drag visor zwei. So, this is a removable part. So, it does take a bit of an effort. So, it does have a nice grip. So, you take this and you choose between, again, the normal drag visor zwei and then putting it again on this joint, so you can give the sword vent that function as well. So now you have a lower jaw. Now this is my issue. Like, seriously, Bandai, you could have just put I don't know, like, would it really cost you that much to put an extra piece of plastic, a really small one at that, right? So, I mean, if you're going to give Ryuki both the drag visor by normal mode and the sword vent mode, I mean, really, would it kill your budget to just make lower jaws for both of them? So, yeah. It depends on you guys. Like, if you, let's say, buy this, so you can choose which one you want. Now I am going to put this this lower jaw back onto the normal drag visor zwei. So there we go. Okay. So we have our action base here. Now this is, again, you're seeing this mirrored. I'm so sorry. But yeah, just like any other early Heisei or Heisei Phase 1 or whatever you would call it. So you can see here, it's actually still named Masked Rider Ryuki Survive. So yeah, so they still have the Masked Rider name, not the Kamen Rider. Now what is interesting here is that this part is basically the older version of the action stand, or so the stand for the action base. So this is the type of stand that you would see in older figures. So like 01 to Saber, they do use the same style. So let's look at a more modern comparison. So this one, recently, this one is for Kamen Rider Solomon that I recently reviewed as well. So you can see the difference between the old one and the new one. So apparently they used the old one for this lineup as well. Although, so this one is from the Ryuki Sodo Chronicle that I reviewed earlier. Again, link is down in the description if you want to see that. So this is Ryuki, this is Ryuki Survive. Yep, they do use the same stand. So we're not done with the accessories yet. Now, this Kamen Rider Ryuki here, so this is the original Sodo Chronicle Ryuki that we've reviewed before. Now, if you notice, yes, his left arm is different. So this this Ryuki Survive comes with an extra left arm that you can replace if you have this one. So as you can see on his right hand, I hope it shows on camera. So this is the Rekka. So this is the Survive Rekka card. Now, for this one, I actually used one of the extra hands for Ryuki. So he happens to have another card holding hand that I left blank. And it just so happens that, again, one of the stickers for Ryuki Survive happens to be this one, which is the card that he uses in order to transform into Ryuki Survive. So, yep. If you want to see that, again, I do have a picture. Link is down in the description for this guy's gallery. So, yeah. So, you can see them side by side. There you go. Now, let's talk about some issues. Now, one of them I already mentioned earlier. So, this is one of my problems. Again, if Bandai has really decided to give both the normal drag visor 2 and the sword vent mode, I mean, they could have just put on another jaw right here. I mean, really? For such good quality in general, I'm disappointed that Bandai decided to cheap out on that detail. Now, another issue that I have, so maybe this is more on me, but it has like very sensitive stickers, especially for parts like this. They do easily get damaged, especially if you're the type who moves them around. So, yeah. Now, another issue that I have here, so these shoulder armors, right? So, particularly the red parts, so these are stickers. Now, again, this could have been just painted on. If you really want to put stickers, maybe at least this gold line right here, this could have been the sticker. It would have made life much easier. So the back is also a sticker. Now, most of the front armor is painted. The only stickers that you have to put on for the front armor are these lines right here on the chest. Like these lung parts or whatever you would like to call them. So these ones are the stickers, right? Again, you could have just painted the back like that as well, and it would have looked more uniform too, because the stickers tend to have like kind of a more vivid red. The painted ones tend to be, I don't know, maybe just me, but they tend to be just a bit darker if you look closely. But other than that, yeah, the stickers are generally easy to figure out where to put. I did not have to open the casing or the box rather in order to look for the instructions inside. so I would know how to put them on. Oh, so I almost forgot about the accessories. So if you notice, so there is an extra part that I put on this side of Kamen Rider Ryuki. So this is basically an attachment joint that you put into the side of the belt. So you can put it on either side, but really it allows Yuki. No, okay, so I'm not gonna take this off, but I will use the sword vent. Sorry, I skipped this part. I almost skipped this part. So, anyways, you can see that peg right there. It is an extra part, but you can put it in there. So the drag visors by in both its forms, so the gun mode and or sword mode, have this hole where you can use it to attach like so. It's kind of hard to attach. I'm just gonna attach it quite lightly. So there you can see. So this is the sword vent, I know. But yeah, like you can push it in further. So this one actually is also apparently kind of available. I don't know the better term, but you can also find this on Kamen Rider Zolda. So Zolda also has this kind of part. Again, you can attach onto the side of the belt. So Zolda's Magna Visor, if I remember correctly, if that's the correct name. So that Magna Visor also has a hole on the side like this, and you can put it on the waist like so. So yeah, very interesting part right there. So yeah. Now, going back to the issues, so yeah, again, I have basically like only have a couple of issues. Again, the lack of a lower jaw for, uh, you know, either part. So, uh, that's one issue. And again, the stickers, well, easy to figure out. So, especially this part right here, it's kind of damaged already because I've been touching it. Not good quality. Uh, or maybe it's me with my sweaty hands, but again, if at least if you don't have sweaty hands like me, please do be careful. These stickers are quite sensitive anyway, so yeah, do take care uh, when moving them around. So overall, Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive. So Solo Chronicle Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive. Would you buy it? I actually like it in general. Uh, there are some aspects that are better compared to the original Ryuki. So one thing that I worried about was the head, because this one is quite loose, so it moves around very easily. Uh, at least the joints on this one all over are quite tight, so I don't have to worry about this guy like having loose joints very soon. So it does make for stable articulation because the joints are a bit tighter. The accessories, again, well, you know, like it just missed the mark. Like if this had, or if they both had lower jaws, really, that would have been very very nice. Like that small detail that you missed, like really having to take out the lower jaw and uh, switching it for either the gun mode or the sword mode, really is unnecessary work, at least for the part of on the part of the consumer, or aka me, or you guys if you decide to buy this. So yeah, it's your choice if you want to use the sword or the gun mode of the drag visor 2. but again, it would have been nice to just have options for both. So the stickers, optional stickers for the card holding hands are quite nice. So because of that, and I guess you know, if you have uh, the original Sodo Chronicle Ryuki like this, so you can reenact somehow the transformation process into Ryuki Survive, which again, because you also have the card for the Survive Rekka, you have an extra left arm, so again, it does come off like this. So again, you can replace that instead of the typical left arm for Ryuki. So again, it's quite nice, but they did not include like a proper left hand. So like it's only the left arm but not a left hand. Now if you can see closely, that's still the grip of the original drag visor. So this left hand comes with this kit anyway. So yeah, again, just another miss from Bandai on the accessories part. But yeah, mm, I mean, it's kind of forgivable for me, but you know, if they included a left arm for this one, again, to recreate that transformation into Ryuki Survive, I mean, they could have included an extra left hand as well that does not have these grips still stuck onto the side. It looks awkward, to be completely honest. And yeah, well, what can I do about that? But yeah, overall, I'm going to give Kamen Rider Ryuki, so Sodo Chronicle Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive, 4 out of 5. Again, looking at it, really, it looks nice. So having the option to change from sword to gun mode, again with the drag visors Vi, could have been better. The stickers, well, not really perfect, but again, in general, if you do everything right, then this one is still a solid figure. So yeah, I still do recommend it in general. But do I recommend this over Ryuki or the original Sodo Chronicle Ryuki? I mean, if you want to recreate again like the transformation pose, you want to take advantage of this extra left arm, then you might as well get the original Ryuki anyway. But other than that, well, it's all up to you. So again, this is Solar Chronicle Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive. So if you guys enjoyed this review, please do leave a like, comment, share this video, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you in the next video. TATAKAE! Bye.